What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Boxing, aka MKO Pugilism, where we talk all things box. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube, follow me on TikTok, all that good stuff. So, yeah, got a bit of news that I'll just discuss here briefly. That is regarding Moses Itauma, calling by many or should I say, called by many the hottest prospect in boxing. Young guy, still 20 years old, very dynamic at heavyweight. His last fight, of course, was against Dillian the Body Snatcher White, and he dispatched of him within about 90 seconds, about a minute and a half, I think it was, of the first round of their fight. So, yeah, he's looking very destructive, very skillful, just an all-around exceptional boxer. You know, he looks like one of those sort of proteges, just sort of destined for greatness, destined to be world champion someday. You know, he's the type of fighter that you look at him and you just think, well, you know, if he doesn't win a world title, then something is seriously wrong. He's that sort of talent. Of course, he's yet to sort of prove it, but you know, this next fight that I'm going to talk about is going to get him towards that direction, and it's a very good one. And that's apparently he's going to be fighting Jermaine Franklin. Now, Jermaine Franklin, boxing fans should know him from his fights over here with, firstly, I believe it was with Dillian White, and he gave Dillian White a very close fight. I mean, arguably beat Dillian White. It was very close, and Dillian White got the edge, got the decision over him. But to be honest with you, you could have easily given that to Jermaine Franklin. It was that close, and yeah. So White got the decision over him, maybe a little bit controversially. But he acquitted himself very well. He didn't get wobbled, didn't get hurt. He's a guy that's got a sturdy chin. And then you'll also know him for his fight with Anthony Joshua. Now, when Anthony Joshua was with Derek James and he was in that kind of rehabilitation stage, I believe it was after Usyk. He had a fight with Jermaine Franklin, and again, Jermaine Franklin gave Anthony Joshua a little run for his money. He proved himself tough, durable, didn't go down, didn't really get wobbled or hurt at all. He's a guy that's very solid. He's on, I believe, like a free fight winning streak at the moment. So he hasn't really dropped the ball since losing to Anthony Joshua. And he's one of those guys that's a bit of a veteran in the game. He's never really been to the very top, never been successful at the very top. But he's one of those types where, you know, it's only lost a couple of fights. Decent guys, obviously, Dillian White, Anthony Joshua. He's lost to decent guys. And one thing about Jermaine Franklin is he's very solid. He's got a decent chin. And I think he'll give Moses Itauma what he needs at this point, which is rounds. You know, they were hoping Dillian White was going to give Moses Itauma rounds, but of course that didn't happen. That didn't even come remotely close to happening. And I guess for me, that's because Dillian White is basically at this point kind of a shot fighter. His best days are long gone, long behind him. And one thing with White is the punch resistance. You could see, you know, it was very shaky at that point when he fought him. So I think Jermaine Franklin, perfect fight for him. It's going to give him rounds. It's going to give him that test, because Jermaine Franklin is a guy that he's not going to go down easily. I think he's the type of guy that Moses Itauma will probably have to go at least into the late rounds and possibly go the distance, because Franklin's a guy that he's a tough guy. He knows how to survive. He's a physically strong fighter. And although, yes, big time Moses for me is massive favorite, but I think Jermaine Franklin is a guy that's going to give him the rounds. He's going to give him a little, probably he's not going to win the fight, but he's going to give him a tough fight. He's going to give him rounds. Whatever Moses Itauma gets in that, he's going to make Itauma have to work for his victory, and he's basically just what the doctor ordered at this time. So yeah, good fight, and I'll report more about the undercard in another separate video. But yeah, I hear the undercard to this is shaping up quite good as well. So yeah, that's the news. We've got Moses Itauma scheduled to fight Jermaine Franklin next year, January 2026. I think it would have been ideal if Moses Itauma could have got out and fought by the end of this year, by December or something, but that's not going to happen. But I think January is kind of close enough anyway, as long as that doesn't get pushed back again. So yeah, good news for Moses Itauma. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. Until next time, it's MKO Boxing, over and out. Catch you next time.